Hey, happy Monday, December, I don't know, 25, 6, 7, 8, 29. Hey, at least I know it's Monday, right? So when you have a few days off, although I worked Friday, so it's not really I had a few days off. It's very foggy this morning, and it snowed on Saturday, and now it's kind of raining out. But our road wasn't very plowed very well, so it's kind of like icy a little bit. Alright. So what could I tell you that's different than yesterday? I'm down to 219. Last I weighed myself on Saturday morning, it was 219. I don't know what I am today, but hey, I'll take 219. Grace had a tough night. I guess if I could say something positive from this experience, it's really given me time to reflect and, kind of tired of fighting, to be honest with you, about a lot of things when it comes to Grace, as far as, school and talking to her doctors continuously about the same stupid shit every year. But some of you are new to my channel, and you posted some words of wisdom for me on my community post from yesterday. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your good prayers and wishes. And most importantly, I'm thankful for those who are in the similar boat that I'm in, being a special needs mom, and giving me, suggestions and advice, and just even a network. And hopefully we can build a network together just to kind of check in with each other. It's kind of what I've wanted with the pounds thing. And even though there's a lot of us on the GLP-1 journey, there's, not many people that reach out and say, hey, let's be some weight loss buddies. So if I can get it from the other end, where let's be some special needs moms buddies, I welcome that. Because unless you have a child, and all our children are different, whether they're age 14, 2 months old, 3 years old, or they're an adult in their 29, 30s, 40s. I welcome you to come invite me, encourage us special needs moms. We need to stick together. Parents, moms, dads, we need to stick together, because what you are doing to help your child with their belly issues or GI issues, whether it's cerebral palsy, autism, or something else, it gives me that encouragement to go back to my doctor's office, or Gracie's GI doctor, the best in the business in Massachusetts, they say, and say, hey, let's try this, or hey, I know a special needs mom that has tried this. So, get in touch with me. My email's on my page, and my blog is on my page, and my Facebook page is on my page. So come seek me out. I need you, and hopefully you need me, just even as a friend. So honestly, I'm not really tired right this second. It's like 6 a.m. I'm heading to work. It's raining out. So I've been up since about 1. But I did go to bed early last night. I would say that I was probably asleep by 9. When I first started to hear Grace, it was about 1 a.m. So 10, 11, 12, 1. So that's only 4 hours. But, in the last year, I really only need 4 to 6 hours of sleep. So, even though, getting up at 1 and taking care of Grace, and, it sucks, and it would have been nice to sleep till 4 anyways. Just, you always I need some extra sleep in my life, but I don't need that much extra sleep. And so, I'm lucky that I was able, that I am able to kind of be up with her. And my husband doesn't have to work today, but he probably fell back to sleep, I'd say about 4:30, It's my guess that Grace actually went back to sleep about 4:30. She can sleep till 9 or 10 anyways. And, I will encourage her PCAs who are with her today to kind of keep her entertained and not let her sleep. Like, don't sit on the couch for 3 hours and let her wrap her up in a blanket and let her sleep, because then she'll have a tougher time going to bed tonight. And she'll sleep in this morning. I'll definitely let her, tell the morning PCA to let her sleep, because she will. And my husband, even though he went, he'll kind of complain later that he's tired, even though he did go back to sleep. I understand he only went back to sleep at 4:30. I get it, but he'll sleep till maybe 7:30. So, 8 o'clock, and then he'll say, "Oh, I'm gonna stay home and work from home," and he might say that, but he's in the process of moving, so he needs to get his butt to work to start packing boxes, or that's just going to be a long road. And I've already offered to help. I did go and help once, and his office is just not organized for me to be there to help. I mean, I can't control everything. I just can't. I can't go there and be the controller of how to move things and organize things for a move. He's a big boy and he needs to do that. So I just don't want to hear him complaining that he's tired at like 2 o'clock this afternoon, because he can certainly work from home a little bit this morning, and he can sleep in a little bit, and if he does not sleep in tonight this morning, then he'll definitely go home earlier and take a little nap. And I just can't nap during the day. I'd rather just go to bed early tonight. I will say this. I mean, I know that, maybe hopefully the same moms and parents that are reaching out to me and giving me words of encouragement will hear me this morning. I will say this, that Grace, it is her belly, it is the constipation issue that is keeping her awake for the last couple nights in a row. But she was on a medicine called glyceride, and I have sent her doctor a message early this morning, so he knows that I'm up. And it's an appetite enhancer, but it also, given that in the evening, it helps her, I think it helps her go to sleep and then stay asleep. And she's been out of that medicine now for about 4 days, and she's been up in the middle of the night. So unless we find another medicine that can help her stay asleep all night, then the glyceride is what we have to use. Unfortunately, we're out of it, and we're waiting for the prescription to come through from the doctor's office. I mean, I go to work now at 6 in the morning, and today I'll probably stay till 3 or 3:30. And all I do is, I'm just an office manager for a small construction business. So, it would be nice if someone, a nurse or, a nurse's assistant or a doctor's assistant, was kind of like just looking at, emails and on their, from home, on their website, and kind of noticing that, a child is out of a medicine that really, helps them stay asleep. And again, I'm not saying it because I need to sleep more. I don't, because I know my body can run on between 4 and 6 hours of sleep. So I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying it for Grace, because even though she's having belly issues in the last few days, if she were to get a solid sleep, I think she'd actually feel better. So, I don't know, people. I was so emotional yesterday in my post, and today I feel the same way. I'm just like emotional, and maybe I just need a good year-end cry. I mean, I don't know. It's overwhelming to deal with the same issues as, we were dealing with for 14 years. It's a long time. I don't want my child to be in their 30s and 40s and, have the same issues and not have that voice to be able to express themselves. Nobody understands my child better than I do. So I worry about that long-term stuff too. I'm not a young mom. I'm not in my 20s or 30s. I'm not in my 40s. I just had a birthday. All right. Peace out. Happy Monday. And I will say that being up in the morning, it's encouraging me to continue to write, whether it's a blog post, ramble. I know my blog posts tend to be a little rambling on in these videos, but it is sparking my creative outlet, and I needed that. Today I spent some time just watching YouTube, which I enjoy, watching my budget videos and etc. And then I also spent some time updating our business, as well as joint fixed variable expenses on our budget for 2025 and what we spent for the yearly expenses, as well as looking forward to 2026. So I'm kind of getting some work done that I really maybe wouldn't have time to do elsewise. Alright, I don't want to yawn. Start yawning, you're in trouble. Have a good day, happy Monday, have a good week. Talk to you all soon. Bye.